What's up, guys? This is Keith here, back with a stock market exclusive. Anyway, hey guys, I just wanted to create a quick video going over some bullish daily charts. This video is going to be for anyone who wants to learn about some bullish daily charts. Very beginner friendly. It's a really cool setup that I've always used. Let's just jump right into it. I'll show you guys exactly what I look for. And you guys can incorporate this come Monday, and you can back test and see how it works for you. Of course, you have to do your own due diligence. These are just ideas that I've used and that I've tested myself, but obviously there's more parameters than just the basics of what I'm going to tell you here. So this is something that you can use. You can evolve into your own type of system. You can evolve into your own strategy. And yeah, guys, so let's jump right into the video. Let me just minimize my ugly dome right here real quick and jump right into it. So I'm going to start off using this chart AEI here. Very good example actually, and this is why I wanted to go over it. You can see here basically once we reclaimed the 9 EMA, you can see how the stock respected the 9 EMA on the daily chart very well. You can see how it was downtrending, bumping its head, couldn't quite get over it. Tried to reclaim here, could not hold, lost it here. We actually gapped up on this day, but could not hold. And then you can see it's just bumping its head. The 9 EMA is a very good indicator that we use to tell us whether a stock is bullish or not. And so as you can see here, once we popped up above it and reclaimed it, we started to trend higher. Now here's where it gets really interesting, and here's where I wanted to show you guys what I'm looking at. So you can see that after the big pops, okay, you see the big spikes in price, you can see the pullbacks, right? You can see the pullbacks. And the pullbacks are very slowed and controlled pullbacks. And what we're looking for is we're looking for the big pop. Okay, so like let's just say this right here, for example. We see this 2-day pop right here, right? And then we see 2 days lower, right? Now the strategy basically says we're going to get involved for a bullish breakout when the daily chart candle makes a new high. Okay, now I'm sure some of you have maybe heard this used on an intraday basis, but this is used this is what I like to use on a daily chart basis. So we can see here this day right here, we had a big pop and then 2 days lower, and then we broke out, and you can see that this day was the first day that it made a new high. You see that? So we had a lower high here, a lower high here, a lower high here, and then we broke out. You see that? Let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. So let's take a look at it again. So we had a lower high here, a lower high here, and then a breakout. Okay, and then now we can see the whole thing starts over again. So now we were looking at this initial spike. Now let's look at this spike. See this spike right here? 2 days up, lower high, and then this day was kind of like a wobbler day. It kind of gave a fake out, actually, is what it is. It's a fake out day. But you can see the following day, once we broke out of that day, that's when we got the spike that we were looking for. And so we can see here, now if we were to say we take a loss on that day right there, right? We took a 1 hour loss. Well, this following day, we would have made all that back plus some, right? So we can see here again, we can see higher, we can see the big spike in price, and then we see the lower high, the lower high, the lower high, the lower high, the lower high. We actually lost the 9 EMA here. But then you can see here on this day, we created a new high. Now again, depending on how it looked intraday, let's see if we can actually see what happened on that day. So it was this day here. So looks like we broke out a little bit, but look at it. You can see here that we wouldn't have taken this because it's extended. So we already know that the parameters sort of told us not to take that kind of trade. But going back to the daily charts, we can see that once the next day hit and we broke out, creating that really new high there, we can see that that's when we got the spike in price. So this day here. So we broke out, and that would have made back all of our losses if, say, you tried to get triggered on this extended move here. Look at how big that move was right there, right? So what we're looking for is the first daily candle to make a new high after a big spike in price. So, or after a spike and then a pullback. So we're looking at that. That's why you keep that's why you keep bullish charts on a watch list, guys. You don't just see a day one move and then just say, oh, the chart, it's over, right? No, because you can catch these bounces. And if you can create a strategy to catch the bounces, they create big moves, and you can keep riding that trend up and up and up. Like you could have rode this trend the whole way up, creating that new high, you know? And so that's why you keep it on watch. So here's the other example, and this is what on ATER, I actually called this one live in chats, and I didn't explain exactly why I was looking at it. I just said it was a bullish looking daily chart, but this is the strategy that I was using when I called this play here. You know, I wasn't, you know, this is what I was looking at. You can see the spike in price, right? And then you can see the pullback day we had right here. And once we hit that 90 MA, I figured we could bounce. And this was the first day to make a new high. That's what I was looking at on that day. You can see that these moves can, you know, if you can create a swing strategy around this, you can see that they continue to make upside continuation. So that's what I was looking for on ATER. You can see the big spike, pullback, and then the first day to make a new high. Now, here's an example that hasn't quite triggered yet. So here's Twitter, and this is going to be on watch for the next day or two or a couple of days or whatever, because you can see we had a big gap up spike in price, and we are now making lower highs, pulling back into the 90 MA. So guess what? This is going to go on a watch list, and we're going to keep an eye on it for a potential breakout. So here's another example right here on TCAT, and this one was a good example too. You can see big spike in price, right? Okay, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then look at this day here. First daily candle to make a new high, to break over these highs here. So TCAT was also another good example here. And you know what you're going to look for on an intraday basis is you know, usually high day breaks are good, or if you have some type of, you know, I don't really condone intraday flag patterns because they fail so much. I usually just see if you can get some kind of trigger through high a day. Those are the best triggers in my opinion. But yeah, guys, so that's another example right there on TCAT that you created that first candle to make a new high. Okay, so here's another example here on DDL, also on our watch lists. You can see here yourself that we had the spike in price, and then we had a lower high, right into the 90 MA, and we're going to keep this one on watch for a breakout to create a new daily high. And this is how you create a watch list, guys. This is how you can create a strategy, create a watch list. You're just looking for things like this in the daily chart. So here's another good example here. You can see here that we had a big spike in price and then a lower high. And then look at this day here. We created a new high, spiked up. So that could have been a good trigger point for you. And then you can see that we also created another lower high, and then a lower high, and then we had a gap up here. So probably triggered in pre-markets to create a new high. And then we had another lower high, and then this day, a breakout day. So it's really cool to see these guys. I suggest that you take a look at daily charts and check and see for yourself. Do some back testing, track these and see how they work out. These are really good breakout daily chart type plays. And yeah, guys, I'm just gonna keep the video really short on that one. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, shoot us a like, shoot us a subscribe. We're gonna continue to pump out videos. This is our passion here at Stock Market Exclusive. We love stocks. We love trading, everything about it, the discipline involved, the technical analysis, the patience, everything that comes with it. It's really fun for us, and we just love it. So we're enthusiastic. We're enthused to be here. We're enthused to share what we know, and it's been a long, hard journey, and it's finally paying off, guys. And I suggest that, I just encourage you to just continue to keep pushing forward. Do not give up on your dreams. Do not give up on your goals. And over time, statistically, if you keep pushing forward each and every day and you continue to take advice and grow, you will reach your goals given enough time. So, just keep it pushing. And if you have any questions, reach out, guys. That's the video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in chat.